Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking about how to read a histogram. So instead of making it, it's already been made. Now we're trying to read it instead. So somebody else made it to us, they put it in front of us, and now we got to make decisions and read. The histogram shows the winning speeds at Daytona 500. Which interval contains the most data values? We can stop there and answer that. So here's A. We're going to go ahead and answer that because it's asking which interval. Remember, intervals are at the bottom, or our X values. These are intervals. It's just like saying I'm 12 to 13 years old, or 18 to 22-year-olds, or usually age is a part of it. In this case, it's speed, miles per hour. So this many cars, as far as the bar goes, we're driving 120 to 129 miles per hour. The easiest way to tell which one has the most data is which one is the tallest. So A is tallest for most. Well, the tallest is 150 to 159 is the tallest. Therefore, has the most data values, because every time it happened, so every time it occurred, every time it was frequented, it went up by one. So the more frequency there is, or the taller it is, the more it has. Then we look at B. How many of the winning speeds are less than 140 miles per hour? Well, here's 140. It's asking for less, so we're looking in this direction. So what's less? Well, here's 4. Now I'm guessing, but that looks like 1. So 4 and 1. So we have 4 because of 130 to 139 minus, or plus 1, because we have to combine them, because all of the ones on this side are less than. So we have 120 to 129, because that's where our 1 came from, equals 5. So that's 5 winning speeds are less than 140 miles per hour. I'm going to go ahead and abbreviate that, and that's just fine. Now, how many of the winning speeds are at least 160 miles per hour? So that means we've got to find 160 and say at least. Well, all of these are included, because now remember, 139 is not included, and this did say less than, so we couldn't go over to this bar on B. On 160, it says at least, which means 160 has to be included, so that's where we're going to start. That's where I'm going to draw my line. And it says at least. It means it's got to be higher, because at least means I'm not looking less, I'm looking more, because that's the lowest I can go. At least 5 means I want 5 or more. So at least 160, so I got to go this way for C, and this was B, and so that means I'm looking at probably 1 less than 8. Again, I'm kind of guessing, but you can eyeball this. This isn't that hard to guess or calculate. So 1 less, that's 7. So I have 7 plus, and that comes from the 160 to 169. And then plus, well, this one's a little bit trickier, but notice how small this gap is, and that looks about 2 of those. So it's not 7, it's minus 2. So 7 minus 2 is 5 is my best guess for 170 to 179. And that's going to mean 12. So 12 winning. Oh, I really spelled that wrong. Speeds are at least 160 miles per hour. So this is how you read a histogram. First, if you're talking about which one has the most data in it, you're always looking for the tallest. If you're going to be looking for how many have at or less than, you find that number and look to the left, because this is an x-axis. Numbers are always to the left, decreasing. And at least we get tricked up by the word, but don't do that. Least, it does not mean lower. At least actually means that's the lowest we're going to go. We got to look at everything above it. In that case, and then you basically just count it out. Sometimes you do have to eyeball. There's not going to be exact numbers there. We eyeballed it to say this has got to be 1. almost because that's about the same gap there as here. So we said that's 1, so we kept that there. This seems to be 2 of these, so we subtracted 2 off of whatever number we got here, and that's how we got our numbers after adding everything together as we did here. If you have any questions, please write them down. Come in with them with your notes. Let's go ahead and work on 8.4.2. And if you don't do that tonight, you'll definitely be doing it when you come into class tomorrow. We'll see you then.